Hey, good morning, and welcome to another edition of Kurt's Corner. I'm going to try and make this as quick as possible. A lot of you know that I've done, I don't know, a total of maybe 90 some odd videos. Last year during football season, I did a video about Colin Kaepernick. As you know, we're 3 or 4 weeks into the football season this year, and there seems to be a misconception among a ton of people what this protest is all about. Now, as you all know, yesterday, Sunday, Vice President Pence showed up at a football game basically to protest the protesters. Originally, Colin Kaepernick came out and said to the media he loved this country. He loves football, but he could not stand for a flag or an anthem that did not represent him. And what he meant by that was basically he was protesting the racial injustices done to young black men by the police, being young black men being shot with their hands in the air, or sitting in their car with their girlfriend and their child, or one gentleman was at work and he was sitting in the street with a mentally disabled man, and the cop shot him also. And when asked why he shot the man, he said he did not know. But the big deal is that it's become commonplace for these men, these police officers, to shoot these people and basically just get a paid vacation, paid administrative leave, and then they go back to work. So my bottom line is that this protest, specifically by the NFL players, is a protest of racial injustice, racial inequality, and institutional racism. So this guy, some people call him the president, gets on television and tells the world that these people are disrespecting the flag, they're disrespecting the anthem, they're disrespecting the United States. And I find this really kind of funny, because I don't think of a bigger way you can disrespect this country than by being a 5-time draft dodger. With the stunt that they pulled, that Vice President Pence pulled this weekend, it just goes to show you that they're basically talking out of both sides of their mouth. They're so intent on pushing down these football players that they ignore the entire White House. The patriotic White House ignored the deaths of 4 special forces guys that were killed in action last week. The White House totally ignored them. The patriots, they call themselves, you know. Now these guys really are dying in service of our country, and the White House ignores them. So what we're trying to find out here is when did the flag come to represent our troops? That's what I would like to know. And if you can answer that for me, you know, please put it in the comment section, because I want to know. And for you idiots out there that think you can get under my skin by sending in the stupid comments, you know, go find something else better to do with your time. Maybe read a book. Patriotism, as described by the president, I did not know that includes destroying the free press, attacking hurricane victims, banning transgender soldiers. Here's a guy Here's a guy who frickin' refused to fight for his country. 5 times. 5 times he refused to fight for his country. And he wants to ban somebody else from fighting for their country. I wouldn't let Donald Trump hide behind the banner of patriotism. Patriotism doesn't mean you go out and bash a Gold Star family. Patriotism doesn't go out and bash prisoners of war. Patriotism does not bash people who are not like you. What this president is good at, and the only thing he's good at, is trying to divide this country. And right now, he's doing a very good freaking job at it. A gentleman walked up to me. I was in a meeting this morning, 6 a.m. A gentleman walked up to me, and we had a discussion. He said, you know, Curtis, black people scare me. And we had the best conversation I've ever had in my whole entire life about race and color, and what one set of people doesn't know about another set of people. So they have all these preconceived notions, so they're afraid of shit they have no reason to be afraid of. Colin Kaepernick did the right thing, and he gave up a bunch in order to do it. So when I see people on Facebook and on Twitter talk about these athletes that should be grateful that they're making a million gazillion dollars, and why don't they do something about the crime in their neighborhoods? First of all, you're assuming that they all come from neighborhoods that are full of crime, which is pretty shitty. Second of all, Colin Kaepernick alone has donated more than $1 million of his own frickin' money to help children in disadvantaged neighborhoods. And instead of bitching about them being, they should be grateful for making the amount of money that they make, why don't you go out and find out what the athletes in your area are actually doing, what they actually do put back into the neighborhoods or the cities or the towns where they live? Because I think you'd find that they do a hell of a lot more than you give them credit for. And they don't ask you to give them credit for it. The last thing I'm going to say is that when you say that these athletes should be grateful and quit whining, being rich does not change the fact that you are black. These guys don't want to take over the world. They don't want to take over America. All they're asking is that people of color be treated as humans. That's it. Equally. Not running around like these guys with tiki torches that believe the United States belongs just to them and want to make America white again. This is not something I'm making up. This is what they say. If you think I'm kidding, go Google the Renaissance, American Renaissance, or go Google Jared Taylor. Get your head out of the sand and get involved. You know, this video may mean something to somebody, it may mean nothing to nobody, but I got it out there, and I'll be damned if I'm going to let Trump change the narrative from racial injustice to people disrespecting a flag. A 5-time freaking draft dodger talking about disrespecting America. Give me a break. Please follow me, C. Gregory Films on Twitter. And I'll see you guys again with another Kurt's Corner really soon. I believe it will be about gun control. Have a great day.